Okay, well, the time has come. We've been collecting parts slowly, kind of putting this off for a while because it's expensive and I didn't really want to do it. But the last snow trip, we ripped teeth off the ring and pinion of the Dana 60 again for the second time, and
Idiot.
we are not gonna fix it again because there's no point, because we are making too much steam. So 14 bolt reed knuckle, or reed inner C's, reed knuckles. The knuckles are on their way. We got a 14 bolt grizzly locker. The one in the 60's been holding up, and I got some guys that run them, and they, claim that they've been doing pretty good with them. So I didn't really want to spool it in the front because I didn't really want it to drive like shit. So we're gonna go up to a 538 gear. We got all the stuff to put the center chunk together, and then this morning I ordered everything else to finish the axle. So we got 40 spline RCVs, inner and outer 40 spline. We got reed knuckles. We got a new set of high steer arms for the reed knuckles. We got inner axle seals coming from Busted Knuckle. I bought a top truss, I believe, from Busted Knuckle. We got link tabs and shock tabs and 40 spline spindles, 40 spline knuckles, bearings. The only thing we're going to reuse off the old one is the Brannick brake setup and the hydro ram. We're going to try to keep that 60 as complete as possible and try to save on it or sell it. I don't know. Probably save it. It'd be good for a Toyota swap or something later down the road. So, waiting on all the other parts. So I think, I got a Busted Knuckle cover. What else? We got all kinds of crap coming. Anyway, probably get going, get the center chunk all set up. That way when the rest of the parts get here, we can slam this baby together. Here we go. She's all rusty, so start getting that baby cleaned out. We'll get all our parts laid out and we'll get rolling. So I think we're gonna get this truss all welded in here first before we set up the gears, just because who knows, it might distort something, and I'm gonna have to heat up the cast anyway to get a good weld from the mild steel to the cast, so might as well do it while it's empty. But this is Busted Knuckles universal truss kit. I thought when I ordered it, I was probably half asleep. I thought it was like a 14 bolt front truss kit. But it is more of a universal. I was trying to figure out why it wasn't really fitting right, but so I think I'm just gonna like tack it together and then set it on there, and then I want this thing to be pretty low profile on here because that's how my other one is set up as far as like where my link mounts are, and so I don't want to really change a lot of that geometry. So I think we'll tack it together and then we'll just set it on there, and we'll probably have to start trimming a bunch of this tube out to get it really tucked right down on top of there. So we'll see how it works out. I probably should have just built my own. The other thing I'm not too crazy about is it being 3/16 wall. Kind of rather it be quarter, because my link tabs are all 5/16, and I'm kind of worried about them tearing out. So I might have to, like, I don't know, do some kind of gusseting or try to figure out how to beef that up. So anyway, we'll get rolling here and see what we end up with. All right, so I kind of figured out where I want my top truss to sit as far as elevation off the tube. I kind of measured the old one. So I want to retain this shape. So I just took the diff cover off and traced it. That's the inner marks there. So we're gonna trim that out on the bandsaw, and then we'll come in here and grind all this casting crap nice and flat and get a nice clean surface, and then we'll tack it on there, and then we'll start building out the sides from there. We'll have to recut them. Not a big deal. We got some parts and pieces, but again, should have just built my own, I guess. Okay, got it roughed in, ran it through the bandsaw. Now we just gotta cut those little nubs off, and I think she's gonna drop right on there. Okay. We're pretty much there. And then we'll get these pieces cut up and we'll put them in there like they do. Pretty much gonna tack everything until we know that we like it. And then we'll pull the center chunk out, we'll preheat the whole calf section. Then we'll burn everything in all at once, I think. So, anyway, just got this little gusset cut here. Okay, looks pretty good. They gave me this one too. Okay, I think I like that. Plenty of bracing. We'll get that all burned in. And then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay a piece of 1/4 inch up here, because that's where our link tabs are gonna go. And I don't like the fact that this is 3/16, so I'm worried about it tearing out. So I think we'll lay a piece of 1/4 inch up here, and we'll like do some rosette welds, so that way it can't, you know, peel off. As far as making a template, I mean, you can do cardboard and push it in here and trim it around. That works okay, but I like this tape. I just get the tape all in there, and then I just go through and I trim this all off where I want my template to sit. And then I'll take this tape and I'll put it on a piece of cardboard, trace that out, slip that in there, then do all my fine tuning with that. But this stuff's just way easier to push down in there. Okay, got a piece of special thanks to Yukon for sponsoring this CAD drawn gusset here. We're going to use the factory edge on this piece of cardboard. Line that up right there. Stretch that out, push it all down. Computer aided, cardboard aided drafting and design. All right, we got our piece cut. We need to remember to probably weld that up, or yeah, probably just weld it shut. I don't want that leaking. Pretty decent fit. Good enough. That'll all weld in pretty nice, I think. So we'll get this all clamped down. We'll probably get it welded out to the mild steel, and then I think we're gonna make, I'm not really sure. I think we're gonna make one more for the front right here, and then maybe a little piece there, just to completely box all this in so there's no gaps where shit can fill up with water and mud mostly. And then we will get the Tiger torch out and get this cast up to probably I don't know, 350, 400 degrees, and then we'll burn all the rest of this in. And then we'll just let her sit for probably the rest of the day, let her just cool. We'll work on something else. All right, we got our little thing capped off. All right, we got that little template, Transfer these over to a piece of steel. Okay, we are putting a new blade on that thing before we use it again. Oh my God. All right, she is warm. All right, got her all welded up. I've had it covered up with a blanket, trying to keep it, that's still 300. Trying to let it cool down slow. So we're probably gonna end this one here. And then part 2 will be like setting up the gears. We'll do the pinion guard and start working on the front hydro mount and start assembling. So I'll see if we can get a shot of the front side without knocking it off the stands here. Yeah, turned out pretty good so far. I'm liking it. Thanks for watching.